I have a lot of planners. You kind of have to as a planner YouTuber, but if every planner disappeared from my shelves right now, I'm gonna walk you through the exact planners, stationery, and accessories that I buy to make a fully functional beginner planner stack. But you know what I wish would really disappear? All the clutter in my house. I actually really love to clean things out, but I just feel like I never have enough time or space to get it all organized. But you might remember about a month ago, I found an amazing class on our sponsor Skillshare, made by professional home organizers, where they show you their top secret pro tips on organizing 47 different parts of your home. That's why I love Skillshare. Not only are their classes made by professionals, but they're broken up into so many easy, bite-sized sections that you can take at your own pace, which makes Skillshare pretty much the best place to learn anything online. If you've watched some of my other recent videos, you know that I've already taken classes on sourdough, bullet journaling, productivity with Ali Abdaal, and even a video production course. It's never too late to learn a new hobby or learn a new genuinely useful skill like organizing your whole home. And right now, the first 500 people to use my link will receive a week-long free trial of Skillshare, as well as 20% off your first year, backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So feel free to pause this video, go grab your spot real quick, and get started today. And if Skillshare helps you learn a new skill, make sure to tell me about it down in the comments. So obviously the foundation of any planner stack is the planner itself. If you're starting out and trying to do a basic planner stack, I would say start with a very versatile weekly planner that could do everything you need in your life. Pick out your planner based on that. Here's what I would personally suggest as great basic weekly planners. If you want a bound option, I would go with my Laurel Denise Collab planner. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because this is my collab planner, but it is such a great versatile vertical layout that gives you lots of rooms for lists, lots of room for planning out your day. You can add on her timed washi tape if you need appointments or time blocking. As with all the planners I'm going to show you today, we will link their full review videos down in the description. All my discount codes will also be down in the description, so make sure you check there before you make any purchases. And as always, all my affiliate links are down in the description. Just by clicking through the website from those links, you help keep my channel going more than you know. So thank you so much for using my affiliate links. So this is a great weekly bound option to start off with. Of course, you have your monthly layouts in here too. Great 80-pound paper. And then we have the beloved Erin Condren. Probably her most popular layout is her vertical. You can do so much with this layout. It can be used in so many different ways. And of course, you have your monthly layout here too. So either one of these planners would be such a great basic to start out your stack with and be a very versatile weekly planner. But if you're kind of beyond basics, another great weekly planner option is Laurel Denise. This is just one of her other planners. She has a line of planners where you see your month at the same time that you see your week. This one's called the portrait style. She has landscape style ones too. So if you don't think that's too overwhelming for your brain and you don't need as much room to write on your weekly, then you can check out her line of planners. Now, I personally wouldn't go with a daily planner if I was rebuilding my basic planner stack. I would go with a weekly planner and then have a notebook that I really love on hand for my daily planning. I personally love little notebooks about A5 size like this. Planner Perfect makes one with her artwork on the front. This one is a Becky Higgins one. It's not such an easy one to find, but it's affordable and it is really one of my very favorite little notebooks. And every single person who has tried it has told me the same thing. You will have maybe seen some of these I have my favorite daily notebooks video. We'll link it down in the description. Also, if you'd like a bound book for your daily notebook instead of a coiled one, I love just the basic Leuchtturm off of Amazon. You can get it in lines like this, or you can get it blank pages or graph grid or dot grid, which is probably their most popular. And these you can just pick up off Amazon. You can pick as crazy of colors as you want and put those stickers on there and make it feel really personal. The reason why I would do a daily notebook instead of jumping into a daily planner is most people don't need a daily planner when they have a weekly planner. So you're just going to use your daily notebook for like your daily list, and you may not need it every day. These are also much cheaper than a daily planner, and they can take you a lot further because the pages aren't dated. If you need 2 pages a day or 3 pages a day, use however many you wish, and some days you may not use 1 page at all. So I always recommend a basic notebook if you're not sure if you need a daily planner. Up next, you might want to think about if you have a job or if you homeschool your kids, do you need another specialized planner for that? So like for my work here with my content planning, I need a separate planner for that. I really do. It would be a disaster, honestly, if I was all in my personal weekly planner with all my content plans. So many people I know need a more specialized planner for work. And I say that as in you need to think about the layout that works for your work or for your homeschooling, for what you need it for. Right now, I use the Laurel Denise monthly project planner. They've renamed it to the 4-column planner. I use this for my content planning. If you want to see my own planning, I put up quarterly planner stacks with my planning updates and how I'm planning. We'll link that playlist down below. So if you're new here, you can see how I do my planning. But this is what I use. Many people, though, I know at their day job need a little bit more detailed, and daily planners actually work really well for them for their 9-to-5 jobs because you have your whole day mapped out by timetable. You have room for a to-do list and any notes that you take for the day. These are things to think about. What do you need in that work planner that you might need to add on to your personal weekly planner? All right, now let's jump into some favorite pens because if we're rebuilding our whole planner stack, we're going to need some pens. Now, I wanted to keep this very basic and not be overwhelming. So I just want to share my very favorite pens right now and what I would pick up if everything out of my office disappeared tomorrow. Right now, Write-Tek pens are my favorite. You can get them all off Amazon. There's all different kinds. The feel of this particular one and the silence of the clicker is my favorite, but it doesn't come in blue ink. It has this rubbery grip feel, and I just like it, and I like the way it looks, and I like the way it feels, but they don't make it in blue ink. And actually, I've been really preferring blue ink in my weekly planner. These are both 0.5 pens, but this is their blue ink one, and I like it, just not quite as much as this one. Write-Tek also makes a variety of just other types of pens, and honestly, I have liked every single one I've tried, you guys. I also have some of their blue ink pens in 0.7, so I just don't think you can go wrong with Write-Tek. I have not tried any of their highlighters though, so chime in down below if you have their highlighters. I'd love to know what you think about them. So I would definitely pick up Write-Tek pens. Pentel Energel is another pen that I love, but honestly, I've been choosing Write-Tek to write with for everything as of late. Now, where I switch on pens is my monthly calendar, which we'll bring later into the video. I only use Friction pens. And I only use Friction highlighters so that it can all be erased. So in your planning, if you want to be able to erase, then Friction is the best. This particular Friction pen feels the best of any Friction pen that I felt in my hand. It erases the best. This doesn't jiggle the little clip on it. I will link this one up for you because it truly is my favorite, and you can replace the ink in there. And then other than the Friction highlighters, when I want other colors, I have a ton of mild liner colors. I would say I use the light colors the most, but mild liners, the ink just seems to last forever. I think I've only had like 2 mild liners run out in like the past 5 years. I'm not sure how that's possible. So they seem to last forever. I like that they have the 2 ends in case you just want to circle something or underline it. You have that end, and then you have your typical chisel tip highlighter end. These are all on Amazon, and we will link them up below. But those are the basics that I would definitely go with if everything disappeared out of my office tomorrow. Next up, let's talk accessories. First up is Post-it notes. Of course, I would buy a basic pack of Post-it notes. the cube shape off of Amazon. I mean, you've got to have just this basic size of Post-it note in your office, I feel like. I also love this size. This is a 1.5 inch by 2 inch, and I find that I use this size a lot. So I would pick up those off Amazon too. But other than those, Laurel Denise's sticky notes, she makes them in different sizes. I have both the 7x9, which this one is, and the 9x12. That just means one is more specifically made for her 7x9 planners and one is more specifically made for her 9x12 planners. But honestly, I use them in all my planners all over. This runs my content planner. I could not live without these. If I had to say which one I use more, I use the 9x12 more because I use these sizes the very most in those monthly boxes. I've also been using this one quite a bit for lists on the column size. So I would definitely pick up Laurel Denise sticky notes. It's just a good basic to have on hand and can work in any planner. All right, a few other accessories that I want to mention, which I do not think are absolutely necessary, but are so helpful and bring a lot of joy. Laurel Denise's pen pouches, both type. This one that fits over planners or novels and holds a really good amount of pens for the size of it. And this big one that holds a huge amount of pens, also holds really long Tombow markers. They both have the hot pink lining. They have the canvas on the outside, and just the designs that she sells and the feel of them and how much they hold. They are my favorite pen pouches out of all the pen pouches that I've ever had. So I would definitely pick up Laurel Denise pen pouches. As far as accessories, my favorite thing to use in my planners and journals are stickers and washi tape. Just a few because I'm a functional planner, but by just having a little bit of washi tape and a sticker or two on my week, it really brings in the seasonality or the holiday. It makes me happy and brings me joy every week to look at it. My favorite washi tapes come from my Planner Perfect subscription box each month, where you get 3 washi tapes and 4 sheets of stickers, 2 of each. This is her most recent May box, and the quality of her stickers is amazing. So if you wanted a washi tape sticker combo, you can get her accessory subscription box every month. And so after 1 year, you will have built up a stash of seasonal washi tapes and stickers. But I also love Hand Can Plan stickers. This was a special set that was made just for my Ashley Shelley monthly collab planner, which I'm about to show you. It's just a seasonal set, 1 page per month. So this is a great set if you just want to pick up a sheet of stickers per season. If you have a bigger planner, you can pick up her bigger size in this set. The smaller planner, you can pick up this mini size. Or if you want full sticker sheets and sticker kits, she has amazing seasonal ones for that too. And if we're talking stickers, I do not want to leave out Planner Kate. She has such a great assortment too. So if you're looking for some, whether you want it to cover your entire month or you just want some decorative stickers, you can check all 3 of those places. Now, I keep mentioning my monthly planner. For me personally, this is a necessity in my stack. I actually don't like to keep my monthly plans in my weekly planner because I don't like to be flipping back and forth, and I like it to be sitting up on an acrylic easel. It's like having a wall calendar, so it's always right in front of my face. And it's easy to flip just from month to month. There's only 1 lined page in between each month. And it's like my guiding light at home, but so much better than a wall calendar. Ashley Shelley does not have any of these left, but they will launch again in September. You can see how busy my months get, how much this little wall calendar holds, and you can see Hannah's sticker collab in there. If you need something a little bit bigger along the lines of the monthly planner, Laurel Denise just came out with her Genius pop-up planner. So it pops up, it sits up really well on a countertop like in the kitchen, but it also has a weekly view for a little bit more information. You can flip through up here. A lot of people are using this for a family planner calendar or dinners in their kitchen. So a monthly planner might be something that you need to add to your stack. And if you have a monthly planner like this, or you have a book-bound planner that does not have tabs, you might need to add tabs. Ashley Shelley has made these adhesive tabs that work perfectly on her monthly notebook planners, but they also work really well on a lot of other planners. Passion Planner also makes great tabs that I have used on my Passion Planners and Golden Coils before. And Hemlock and Oak makes amazing tabs for their planners too that matches their covers. So if you're picking up a book-bound planner and you're someone who needs tabs, think about adding some tabs in. Last but not least, you might want to add a journal into your planner stack. I personally see a journal as a must-have. So here are a couple different options. Of course, some of the journals can double as my favorite notebooks. Stalogy on Amazon makes a wonderful journal. I have loved being in this Stalogy. We've already talked about Leuchtturm. I love Leuchtturm for journaling and for daily notebooks. I love so much about the paper, the feel of it, the hardcover, the bargain price, the fact that you get the 2 bookmarks and the band and the pocket. Leuchtturm are just awesome, and you can get them in so many different colors. Now, this one is not a very fancy one because this one is from years ago. But if you want really thick journaling paper, I cannot recommend Archer and Olive enough. They make such beautiful journals that can feel like special keepsake journals that you will just want to open up and write in, especially if you're someone who wants thicker paper in your journal. These are a little bit thinner paper options, which I personally love for journaling, but here's a thicker paper option. And like I said, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge Archer and Olive by this cover, because like I said, this one's probably at least 6 years old, maybe a little bit more, and they have grown so much in that time, and they make just amazing covers now. And if you want something along the lines of using a planner for your journal and you don't want to be overwhelmed by blank pages and you love beautiful seasonal artwork like I do, then you definitely want to check out this little Katie Daisy planner off Amazon. This is the 2025 one. They've already released her 2026 one for pre-order. I don't think there's any 2025 ones left on Amazon. So we'll link the 2026 one. She might have some 2025 ones left on her personal website. But because you get amazing artwork in this, for the price, it's a no-brainer. I have used these for so many years for daily gratitudes. This one I've used a little bit differently, and I also have some blank months. I just recently jumped back into it to start using it for just a thing a day, not even just for a gratitude. It's whatever I want to write for that day. If you don't have much to plan, this could work as your planner too. So if you want just something that jumps you into journaling in the easiest way possible, all you're going to do is fill in one little thing that happened each day, or one little gratitude every day, or write a scripture a day. And you don't even have to add any stickers or washi or anything to this planner because it's absolutely stunning the way it is. And since I mentioned the Planner Perfect accessory subscription box, I do have to mention that I have used so many of her journals in the past. You can pick from all the artwork on her site that she's produced over many years, or you can get her journal and plan book in her newest subscription box every month, which will be the new artwork for that month, and you won't get to pick it. You can just get blank journals, you can get dot grid, you can get lined, you can get graph paper, and you can also get her plan books, which is what this one happens to be. If you're new to Planner Perfect and you're like, what is this, Amanda? I have a Planner Perfect 101 video that you can start with, and then a whole playlist to go from there. All right, guys, that wraps us up. I would love to hear down in the comments, what would you put in your basic planner stack if your shelves were emptied tomorrow and you had to rebuild your planner stack today? Or what would you recommend to a beginner who was just coming in and needing to build their planner stack? Let's chat in the comments. And now let's take a deep breath together. Take another one. I promise after a few deep breaths, you will begin to relax, and no matter what weight you're carrying from the day, it will lessen it just a little bit. We're all here to help each other, so don't forget to look around and see if there's someone in your family or a friend or a neighbor that could use just a little pick-me-up. That might even be just a text or a smile, or to check in on them. Or you might smile at someone on the walking path today and say, "How are you doing?" Let's not forget how important connection is. And if you can get outside, definitely get outside. Take a walk. It will do nothing but good for you. Thanks for being here. Take care of yourself so you can take care of others, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.